Hi, I'm Gaz. I make videos about lots of different things, and in today's video I'm going to tell you why English people can sometimes be a little bit weird. So stay tuned to the latest episode of the G-Log.
Meet radio and television personality Gaz Reynolds, the founder of World Domination Records and Great Drive Driving School. Like, comment and subscribe to be part of the journey. This is Gaz Reynolds, the G-Log.
The G-Log album is now on sale worldwide. Get your copy now, available at YouTube Music, Spotify and all major outlets around the world. Links in the description below. Today's video is sponsored by PROMOLTA. Hi, I'm Gaz. Being a musician, businessman and daily vlogger can be difficult to gain mass awareness for your video views on YouTube. I have discovered an amazing company that takes all of the stress out of getting those essential views, subscribers, likes and comments. The company is called PROMOLTA and I have used them for quite some time to promote my videos. Let me tell you more. Start a $10 campaign on PROMOLTA and they will distribute your YouTube videos on blogs, games, apps and websites. They promote to real people and qualify with all the YouTube terms and conditions. Use the affiliate link down below and gain an extra 1,000 views free. PROMOLTA is an excellent cost-effective service that offers excellent customer care. I highly recommend it from a professional level. I've gained so many new viewers and subscribers and I feel very happy to make this video today to tell you guys how good this service really is. For further information, visit www.promolta.com. Welcome to another exciting episode of the G-Log. Now, today's video is all about why English people can be a little bit weird, and I guess I'm a good example of weird. Sorry about that, I don't know. It's I think it's doing the daily content that's probably doing this to me. English people do like their tea. Now I have to admit, I cannot wake up in the morning without a nice cup of tea. And, you know, many English people, it's a tradition really to drink a cup of tea, but you'll find many people are drinking it all the way through the day. My granddad was a good example of this, and he was definitely a cup of tea with 2 sugars and a bicky. That's a biscuit to you lot. There are certain ways of making your tea as well. Now me personally, I like lots of different types of tea, so everything from masala tea to actually traditional English tea. But most English people do actually just drink traditional English tea, such as breakfast tea or PG Tips or Thai Food, those sort of brands. I'm not advertising, by the way, or shall I say, it's not sponsored video for those brands, but I do like them. So I'm a big tea drinker, but you will find a lot of English people like coffee as well. But the weird bit that's associated with it is a bit of a tradition. So as soon as you go to anybody's house, the first thing that they're going to offer you, would you like a cup of tea? So the first thing that they're going to offer you is, would you like a cup of tea? Cheers, mate. Now another thing about the English, which is not necessarily weird, but it might be weird to other people, is you'll always get, cheers mate, thank you, that sort of thing. We're pretty polite as a society, although I would say it is probably getting a little bit ruder, but generally English people are very polite, and they'll always say things like sorry even if they haven't done anything wrong. I'm guilty of doing that as well. It's a bit of a strange thing really. Somebody does something bad to you and you end up saying sorry to them. Weird. So that's it. That's why it's weird. I knew I'd get to the bottom of it. We are very polite as a society. I mean, me personally, whenever I meet somebody new, and particularly business people, always shake their hand. That in itself is not weird. However, I have noticed a change in culture recently where people are just sort of be very casual and they'll act a bit weird. See, I told you, this video is all about weird. Now, another weird thing, I suppose, about English culture is if you're finishing a phone call, they'll say goodbye about 900 million times. It'll be a case of, bye, okay, thanks, yeah, speak to you soon, cheers, bye. Weird. Now, another weird thing about British people is Brits are obsessed with the weather, so they'll always ask, what's the weather going to be like today? What's the weather like tomorrow? What's the weather like? But then, me personally, I would also question, is that weird? Because, you know, if it's a country that usually rains or is cold, then, you know, asking what the weather's going to be like wouldn't necessarily be weird, although thinking about it, if it's always raining or if it's cold here and it's usually dark like it is today, maybe asking about the weather is a bit weird. Another thing, hang on, the camera's upside down, it's a bit weird. Another thing about British people is, talking about the weather, is if the conversation goes a bit dull, if you're talking to somebody, the first thing that will always come up is, would you like another cup of tea, or should we talk about the weather? Now, another thing is, not only do we say goodbye quite a lot on the phone, but we generally do that when we're saying goodbye to people if we visited them or if they're going away or whatever. So there'll be about 1 million goodbyes before the person actually goes. Weird. Something I've noticed as a common theme in this is, generally this is English culture, but it is actually a little bit repetitive and a little bit weird. Now, I am a traditional English person in many ways, although my mum always used to say that I'm a bit eccentric as well, and I wouldn't really disagree with her, to be quite honest with you. But I have got much of the English culture installed in me. However, when I go overseas, I'm very adaptable, but there are still things that I just cannot do with, such as my cup of tea. I come from a family of people that actually really speak their mind, and sometimes they can get us into a little bit of trouble and it can be seen to be rude. But there are a lot of English people like that, generally, right throughout the country. They'll start off by saying, oh, by the way, blah blah blah, whatever they're talking about, and then they'll say, however, and then they'll say an insult. That can be a little bit weird, I guess. Today's positive shout out goes to the team at Radio Harrow, who have been very supportive of my career over the years. Thanks guys. That's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please leave comments down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.
You found the way to fill the light with life. You found the way to form a world of love. No matter how far we are, we won't change. Our lives won't be apart. You were my everything. You found the way to break a locked up heart. You saved and restored.
Hi mortals, I'm Jesus. You can now purchase Gaz Reynolds Presents The G-Log, Album Volume 1 from Apple Music, Spotify, and all major outlets around the world. Includes the massive hits Electronic Kama Sutra, I Only Hear You, and Dark Lady. This is one heavenly experience you won't forget. By the way, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that you can watch every episode of the G-Log religiously.
Out now, Gaz Reynolds' new album, The Wedding Album, as featured on Big Review TV and Radio Harrow. Available at iTunes and all major outlets worldwide.